Okay, welcome back. I'm Milo. My pronouns are they, them, and this is the continuing adventures of my Bonk adventures. Previously, we've played through the main console trilogy and any remakes and stuff. And today is going to be all about the portable gaming sphere with the two platformers on Game Boy, which were released in multiple regions. But before we get into that, there's something I neglected to do last time when I played PC Genjin 2 and 3, because I didn't play PC Genjin 2 and 3, I played the North American localizations. So what I want to do right now is really quickly jump back, kiss myself, and show you what I neglected from the Japanese versions of these two games. Just one little thing that's real quick. All I need to do is find the right window in my obs list. There it is. Yep, just took me a little while. Hi Captain, hi Max, and hi Gibbon. Good to see you all. So this is... Yeah. It's... yeah. It was taking me a little while. So yeah, this is the Japanese version on the PC engine of PC Genjin 2. Pithecanthropus computerorus. What's that? What's going on? Oh. Sorry. The Game Boy one started playing in the background. I thought it was on pause. Yeah, so turns out they changed something pretty major going from Japan to North America when they localized the second and third games. So everything will look very similar until we get to the first meat power-up, so I've made a save state there. And I just wanted to show you, instead of Mad Bonk, which is similar to the first transformation in the original game, you get this. This is, so the base form is PC Genjin, and in the manual this is called PC Bijin, with B is a kanji which means like beautiful or glamorous. So I've seen on the English internet people calling this form Girl Bonk, but I think the implication is just that Bonk has put makeup on and decided to pretty himself up a bit, which is pretty cool. So, you know, he's still got the same powers of freezing everything on screen with a big bonk, but there's a little love heart effect. His jump is really cool with that little pose. Very noteworthy, that. But yeah, he's obviously polished his head to a mirror sheen, put on some eye makeup, possibly even some cosmetic contacts. But yeah, he's got this kiss attack as well. So functionally it's all the same, it's just the aesthetics of it. Baby Bonk, Captain suggests. Oh, thanks, Max. Yeah, I just played a short hike in the last couple of days and then wrote a review of it. I'm glad you liked the review. Yeah, it's a really cool game. I do highly recommend that. Yeah, he also grows a single hair, that's true. Alright, so that's the second game. Now, in the third game, this actually carries over, so it's all the same. They just copied all the transformations over, so in the localized version they were the same. In the original version they're also the same. Yeah, shoujo eyes. As Gibbon says, that's kind of what they were going for. Now you'll remember in the third game they added these blue and red candies to make you grow and shrink, so we just get a better look of the sprite really, but it's all the same. I guess it doesn't have the love heart effect when you're rotating. But we've got the kiss, and you might recall in the localized version, I was reading the manual, and like the second form is called Star Bonk in the third game, and the large form of Star Bonk was called Kiss Bonk. So that's, I think, the one remnant of that form being the way it is. So let's try and get a look at it in its other size versions. So yeah, can still do the kiss attack that freezes enemies. How do you... I think if you get hit, you shrink, yep, and then I can grab this. So this is what PC Bijin looks like, small. You saw it for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I can grab that meat, actually. Just to revert back to it for a bit. Nope. If you're trying to show off a specific thing. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, so we still have the love heart in other forms, just not the big one. And yeah, so this is the first appearance of PC Bijin, or first and second appearances, but we might see them again later in the series. Alright, covered that. That's good. Get that out of the way. Because I kind of neglected the Japanese versions in the previous stream. I do actually recommend looking into the manuals if you can find them of the Japanese versions. They're really cool. They're much more detailed and colorful, and they even have like mini comics on the inside. But anyway, we're going to go back to the Game Boy games now. Why? Oh, yeah. Okay. So normally for Game Boy, I would use the Mac port of an emulator called KiGB, K-I-G-B, KIGB. But it had problems with this particular game for some reason, so I'm using MGBA instead, which it turns out has quite good support for Super Game Boy borders, which is nice because that's the thing I want to show off with this. So what this is the Genjin Collection, a set of 3 games on Game Boy starring our friend BC Kid, released in 1996. So when we go to the Game Select menu, there's 2 platformers that were released on the Game Boy, GB Genjin and GB Genjin 2. In the West, or rather in North America, these were given the same titles as the first 2 console games, Bonk's Adventure and Bonk's Revenge, which is selling them short because they are all new unique adventures. And these were the first releases of the series in Europe as well, in PAL regions, where they were called BC Kid and BC Kid 2. And this is predating the, or at least the first one I think is predating the Amiga port of the original game, I think. Anyway, the third game is GB Genjin Land, Viva Chikkun, what's that word again? I forget. It means kingdom. This is like a board game, mini game, party game kind of thing, and I'm not going to be featuring it on this stream, but I'll do it in a future one. So what we're doing today is the first 2 platformers. The original one did not have Super Game Boy support. The second one does have it baked in, but for this collection, and the party game thing doesn't have Super Game Boy support either. But for this collection, they've drawn a new border, which is what we're looking at right now. And this is the way I'm going to play the first game in the series, is through this collection with the new border. So it's a 1992 game with a 1996 border, basically. And then I'll swap over to the localized version, just in case there's any text we want to read for the sequel, which does have the Super Game Boy support baked in, even not in this collection, but it does switch over the borders in the collection. I do have a copy of this card, actually. It's a really nice little thing. Alright, let's just get started now. Enough faffing about. So this intro screen is pretty similar to the second game. Yeah, GB Genjin, push start button. You'll notice the red copyright there on the title screen. From what I could see online, Hudson developed this, but that might have been erroneous. Maybe Red did both of them. I'm not really sure, but their copyright is there, so let's say Red did it. Okay. Right, so this adventure is taking place in Dinosaur Land, which you may recall is the setting of the third game, PC Genjin 3, which was made by AI, but that's after this, so Dinosaur Land originates in this Game Boy game. You might also notice this looks very similar to the first game in sort of the environment that we're in, and also the appearance of my sprite. Wait a minute. I thought they had colored DUI elements. I don't know. I guess the Super Game Boy for this first game is just the border. They didn't change much here. But yeah, we've already got new enemies showing up, so that's nice. Is the frame rate of this right? I fiddled with something in the MGBA settings. Let me just check that it's correct. Yeah, that's the setting I did, and I think it went okay from that. I think it's fine. Yeah, the border is pretty cool. Fusion's here as well. Fusion was saying that the Game Boy games were her introduction to the series and made her a fan, so I hope you enjoy this today. Whoa, meat. Okay, so we have seen a couple of new enemies, but we've also got new forms for BC Kid here. This, the North American manual calls this Rockhead Bonk. Actually, it was a big meat, so it took me right to the third form, which is called Invisible Screamer, which is a very odd name. Oh, I should check the localized version for what he's shouting out, because that is a Japanese bit there. When you're facing left, that's how it's supposed to be read, but they've just mirrored it. It says, Kie! So it's like a scream sound effect. And this is Rockhead Bonk, where my head is more rocky than usual. When you do a bonk attack from the air landing on the ground, the manual calls this a grand bonk, or the grand bonk even, which I think is an awesome name for it. But then I found out that that's actually a literal translation of what the Japanese version calls it, the grand bonk. Sadly, in the second Game Boy game, they've changed how they're localizing that, and they call it the ground bonk, which I think is less fun. Yeah, so I like how this form kind of just T-poses around, not much animation to it. I think that's deliberate. But yeah, we've got all the same bonk powers, head flipping to float. The manual helpfully tells you that a bonk from the air like this does twice as much damage as a standing head bonk like that, which I never knew before. Okay. What else did I learn from the manual? I made sure to read the manual this time, and I did learn a lot. I learned that there, so other games have the crystal heart, which gives us an extra heart container in our, which you can see on screen at the bottom of the HUD there. For this particular game, there is only one crystal heart in the whole game. One opportunity in the entire length and breadth of the thing to get more health, and it's near the end, according to the manual, so we'll have to watch out for that. I also have to remind myself... Yeah, okay, so I've got a save state set up there. I had to update MGBA because it had trouble, and this is the trouble that KeyGB also had with this particular game, because it's a collection of 3 games on one cart that kind of loads in to the new game from the top menu. There's something about that process that some emulators don't like. So like the old version of MGBA, the outdated version that I was using, and this other emulator that I often use, both of them couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle saving and reloading. In the case of KeyGB, it could not even handle like loading into the game from the menu at all, so that was a problem. But I was very glad to find that MGBA had support for all these Super Game Boy borders and stuff, because that's a big thing that some modern emulation platforms and some official distributions of these games really pass over and ignore. Like no Game Boy Virtual Console has ever, up to and including the Switch NSO whatever app thing, they never include these Super Game Boy borders or custom colorizations that some of them have, or even new sound effects sometimes in the case of DK94. So yeah, it's good to show them off, I think. And this border is exclusive to the Japanese 3-in-1 collection. So that's pretty cool. Very colourful and nice, I like it. Oh, we're dropping into the boss fight. Oh, okay. Sorry, struggling with my controls a bit here. Okay, this is cool. So as you can see, unique bosses as well. What? And still BS hitboxes, because this game always has that, apparently. Did I mention that I think BC Kid's sprite here is taken from the first game rather than the redone one that they have for the rest of the series. You can actually compare it with the image in the border is the new design. Alright, let's try not to lose more than one life on this fight, shall we? Because bosses are always tricky in these games. And I could not get cheats working. I got like some game shot code somewhere. MGBA is supposed to be able to support them, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'm too stupid. Sorry. Max is asking if I've heard of Legend of the River King. That sounds... yeah, I've heard of it. It's a fishing RPG, as I recall. But I've never tried it. Maybe I should one day. But I know there's a few in the series. If you can recommend a specific one... okay, cool. That was it. Not too bad. Not too many hits. Round 1 clear. So we don't have boss dialogue here, which is good. Don't have to try and read through it really quick. Alright, see you, Captain. Good luck with work. Typical Thunder God stuff there with that dino. We'll see them later, hopefully. You should try and get River King in as Game of the Month one time, Max. Actually, I think she's played River King, maybe. Getting a bit of slowdown here. I think there's too many enemies around. Yeah, so I said during the Genjin 1 stream that they never used this design after the first game, even all the ports changed it, but I was wrong. I didn't know that it gets used in this Game Boy game. But this is one of the early installments in the series, although I think it postdates the second game. Second PC Engine game. Oh no, sorry about the ad. I was saying I haven't played a Legend of the Fisher King game, but Gibbon has, and she's played a couple of them. I know about them, and I probably would be interested. So we're getting some enemy reuse here. The music's all reused from the original game as well, by the way. Structure feels very similar to that as well. And there's some similarities, like there was a similar tree stage in the first game, but yeah, hopefully you can see that there's a lot of unique content here as well, which is very nice. Very nice thing to do for a Game Boy spin-off, is to make it a new adventure. I think that's awesome. It's just what Donkey Kong Land did. There's nothing more disappointing than directly comparing something to a console game on a much more powerful system. Your best bet is to make it unique, and then it has a reason to stand out. Yeah. So I like that about this. It's still reusing a lot of stuff, but yeah, the new stuff helps it. Renzoku jump da. Repeatedly jump. Wow, the text is staying on screen until I advance. Incredible. Alright. So the food pickups are much smaller in this game, and the smileys are too. It's tiny and really cute. I like that. With Game Boy games, when they use as few pixels as possible to make something. That's why I like the Rayman Game Boy Color games. But yeah, the food looks incredibly cute in this. I hope there's no more disputes about whether something is a carrot or a chili. Maybe we'll have a little pause next time I find one. There was a thing in the manual about the different kinds of flowers, which, by the way, the manual also, on top of using more transliterated terms from the Japanese versions, it calls the flowers bunny bunna flowers. Bunny bunna. which seems like a direct transliteration to me. But yeah, because this is Game Boy and it was only, 3 colors, it doesn't have colored flowers. It has white flowers with white petals, white flowers with grey petals, and grey flowers with grey petals to distinguish between the different ones. There's a bit more differentiation here on the Super Game Boy, which adds some shades. Well, it adds colors. I don't think it adds any shades. It can't add extra variant hues. Wait, that was it? That was the Crystal Heart? They said it comes late in the game. Am I already late in the game? I've only fought one boss so far, haven't I? Oh no. Don't fall, don't fall. Cool. Oops. Okay. Oh, I didn't make that. I'll just climb over here. I think I missed my chance up there. Okay, here we go. Oh, an extra life? I'd better take that. I better try for it at least. Oh, no! Okay, okay. No! Sad I haven't got more chances with the invisible screamer so far. The manual makes a big thing about how he finally has hair in that form, and he's always been bald before, which is a key part of his character design, to be sure. Let's see. Alright, there's some names in the manuals. Yeah, here we go. So there's a handful of screenshots in the manual that give names to some of the bosses. So I know that this dinosaur character's name is Egbert, with an I in the Bert. Very cute. They've just hatched out of their egg, which is a great little character design thing. That one character in Garfield and Friends who just is inside the egg. What's their name? Shelber or something? Young Sheldon? I think it's Sheldon. Very young. Now imagine mashing jump on original GB hardware. Yeah. The original GB was a bit clunky. Had some mushy buttons. I'm glad I'm playing this on my DualShock 4, that's for sure. It was Sheldon. Cool. I loved that cartoon. Both segments, because the Garfield segment was great because Lorenzo Music is so good. He was the voice actor for Garfield, and he also has a really cool name. But he also does a good job as the cat. Man, people like to rag on Garfield and meme on it these days, but I really liked it a lot as a kid. Hooray! Yeah, I'm sure you must have played this a lot of times without getting to the end fusion. Although I think the title screen had a password option, so I think you can get to a stage round 3 start from jump if you have the right password. Oh boy. I want to test if this... Hang on, does this have rewind? Yes, tilde. Whoa, what? Oh no! I messed up. Alright, let's just do this. Sorry. Emulator problems. I just want to see if it's possible to cheese that bridge like it is in the original game. So they're copying some set pieces and stuff. Okay. Round 2 clear. Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about, that crystal heart being late in the game. There's got to be more. Oh, I should have... Wow, that's actually pretty short. Pretty wimpy bridge, I gotta say. Alright, so then we're in a water level. So let's check what happens when we fall down. Yep, it's the same kind of set piece. That's cool. That's fine. I want to see the whole game. Got some jelly enemies. I saw this one before. What? I guess it's just a hazard. Like the Minces and DKC one. Oh yeah, these guys, they're my favorite. The remake on GameCube ruined them. Alright, let's do a bonus. Kaiten, Shinagara, Tobi, Aritane, Atamakara. Yeah, this is one where you fall down. Yeah. Oop. And get pickups along the way. Oh, that's right. I actually set up turbo on... Or is this the one where you just do a number of head flips? Yeah. So I have turbo. This wouldn't normally be available on a Game Boy again. Chakashi Shipai. What does that mean? Oh, I think that means I failed because I landed on my head. That was a mechanic in the original game. Oh well, never mind. Ah. I love these. They're my favorite enemy, I think. Very cute stuff. With their little scuba mask and their harpoon gun. Oh! A hair away from death. Ooh, yummy. Yeah, so some of the levels are kind of approximations of things from the original game, but shorter and Game Boy sized. That's cool, I like that. Even more of a reduction than it was in the Famicom version, perhaps. So it's like half remix, half new stuff. That's fine. Oh, okay. Fusion had only played the second game on Game Boy, but not this one. Well, prepare for a nostalgia shock in a minute when I get to it, but I'll play through this one first. What's going on here? Yeah, whatever. Moving on. Oh, another one up. Jeez, very generous. I think that... Another crystal heart! Hang on a second. I'm gonna check the manual. Maybe whoever wrote the manual didn't find this, but, let me just... Oh, it's on my phone. I will quote to you. Power-ups. Crystal heart. The maximum level of your life gauge increases by 1 whole heart. Asterisk. There is only one crystal heart. It's hidden in one of the latter stages in the game. Don't miss it. Yeah, I think whoever wrote the manual just hadn't played the whole game. Or hadn't found that earlier one, even though it wasn't really hidden very well. Yeah, because there's definitely space for it in that box too, eh? Very strange. Okay. I like swimming around in the orange juice. That lying down sprite. They use that exact sprite in the intro to Chicken Kingdom, the party game. Fusion says, for a decade-plus period of time, I had only played Revenge GB before the TurboGrafx 16 release on the Wii Virtual Console. It certainly left an impression. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I'm sure it did. I can't wait to get to the sequel, because I'm impressed with this one, but I think the sequel is even more original than this one. Whoa! Sand shark. Mechanical land shark. Hit from below? I can. Cool. I like this. This is a good boss fight. Nice funny face. Yeah, I figured hitting that fin directly would be a no-no. But you can... Oh! Oh, apparently I was vulnerable there. Oh. She's finally calmed down. I chased a ball with her a bit. Ow! What's with... How was I able to avoid that before? Is it flying lower now? I'll take the death, it's fine. We're doing okay so far.
Frame.
Yeah! Oh, I was one hit away from death? Really? Oh well. Yeah, so this frame is exclusive to the Genjin Collection, the 3-pack on Game Boy from Japan.
So I have to play the Japanese version.
Yes. Round 4 start. These are cute. I guess that's this game's version of chickens. They're very small. We had that other enemy type in the first stage. Haven't seen much of them since. Oh, that's lava. Okay. Nope. Oh, never mind. Cute chickens. Whoa, nice. Got a frilled neck lizard, or something like a Dilophosaurus, I guess. I think we had chickens riding on those in... Was that in the remake? Riding on something like it, anyway. Wait, is that snow on there, or what's that layer of stuff on the skull? Maybe that wasn't lava, it was like frigid ice water, and these are snowflakes. Kinda hard to tell in monochrome, isn't it? Finally. I feel like they've been pretty stingy on meat in this game. Here we are again, it's Rockhead Bonk. And finally, the invisible screamer returns. I'm sure they meant invincible. I don't know, very strange. They also say that you scream using the A button, but I think it's the B button. I don't know. Whatever. Who am I to argue with a manual writer who doesn't know there's more than one crystal heart in the game? The localization of the second Game Boy game was farmed out to some American company called Electro Brain or something. I'm not sure about the first one. I don't remember those guys. Oh, can we do the triangle jump in this game? What are these forms called in Japanese? That's a really good question. I looked for scans of the Japanese manuals, and I could not find them for the Game Boy games, unfortunately, so I don't know the answer to that one, sadly. So I found the PC Engine games manuals without too much trouble. But yeah, I couldn't quite track down the Game Boy ones. So these forms that are unique to the Game Boy game, I don't know what they're called in Japanese, sadly. If anyone else has better luck finding them, let me know. Are these gaps I can go in? Oh, is this the big dino? It's got that spine thing. Maybe not. No, it's just a building, I guess. We might already be at Chicken Apartments. Turbo! Ouch. Well, I think this game is friendlier than the console original. If only for that reason that the Famicom version also was easier to play because it couldn't do as much enemy spam because of sprite limitations. Look at this, with just 2 moderately sized enemies on screen, the frame rate kind of slows to a crawl. Actually, I shouldn't say that these forms are unique to this version because for all I know they show up later in the series. There are a few other games that we're going to get to that I have no knowledge of, really. And the only thing I know now about Super Genjin, Chou Genjin 2, the sequel to the game I grew up on, is that it has a bunch of different power-up forms, so we'll see that. Alright, so one thing I learned from the Japanese manuals is that the sort of ballerina dino boss in number 2 is called Prima Don, which is a play on prima donna and like Don being an ending for various dinosaur names. So this is similar to that, but she's actually an ice skater. She is given a name in the North American manual. In one of the screenshots, the caption refers to her as, checks notes, Spin Lizzie, as a reference to her spinning attack. Ooh. No! That's alright. These boss fights are not ones where I'm losing like 8 lives in a row, so I don't mind losing one. At least so far. Yeah, can't believe I landed that as a hit. But there you go. Nice. Good boss fight. Thin Lizzie, the bonks are back in town, says Fusion. Now, I wonder if I'll get hurt by those horns. Nope. I can still damage it. Oh, okay. The Japanese Wikipedia article has names for those forms. That's great. Thanks for looking that up. It's good to know. So they're called... Oh, it's kanji. I don't know the readings. Did they have readings there? Otherwise I can copy that text out into a translation thing. Because the manuals for the PC Engine games have furigana, so you know how to read the words. That's how I know it's PC Bijin and PC Hunjin. I don't think I mentioned that before actually, but so the second and third games have the prettied up glamour version of Bonk, which is Bijin. Bit meaning, or the reading, the kanji they use for beat means glamour or beauty. For the third one, which had the sort of butt head and could spit fire, it's called PC Hunjin, where the fun means like some kind of geyser spout or something. That's a maybe reference to spitting out fire that it does. So I called them like Glamour Bonk and Spout Bonk, but that was just my own cheap and dirty localization choices there. Okay, cool. What did the original one call the third form? Fire Breathing Bonk. That's a terrible name. It's not as snappy, that's for sure. Big meat. Actually, let me check the manual, because I remember the earlier ones called them ham. Yeah, it calls it meat. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to copy that text that Gibbon posted. Oh, she's done it. GB Iwajin and GB Kyojin. Cool. Okay, so that's the readings. Do you happen to know the meanings as well? Iwajin. I think Iwa is maybe stone. I'll see if I remember what that kanji looks like, which I don't. It might be that. In which case, rock. Oh, Iwa can also be read as Gen. That might even be the case for the other forms in the console games too, so it's a double pun. That's great. So yeah, it's still Genjin, but it's a different reading. Or a different, character that can be read that same way. Actually, I don't know... Well, yeah, there's readings for them in the console game, but it could be that it's an alternate possible reading is Genjin, which would make it a pun in that sense. Oh, they were shooting eggs at me, that's fun. Okay, Boulder and Shout. So this is Boulder form. Boulder person for Iwajin here. And then the form that I was in before with the hair, mohawk thing, and the white eyes that had the shout attack. GB, Kyojin, GB, shout person. Oh, I should point out too that the Japanese names of these, GB Genjin, is elaborating on that trend where PC Genjin was given that sort of fake anthropological name of Pithecanthropus computeribus, and then for the Famicom version FC Genjin they changed it to Freaktheropus computeribus. For the GB Game Boy versions they did not even bother doing that, as far as I know, at least not in the subtitle of the game. So it's just what it is just GB Genjin. Oh, these guys. My least favourite part of the original game. But this means we're already approaching the end. So yeah, with all our save state abuse, it's going to end up being a pretty short game, which is just fine by me. We've had some really mammoth, no pun intended, streams in this series. And the way I've been feeling this week, I would not enjoy that, personally. Alright, we don't need the health right now. We're actually at full max with all our crystal heart finding abilities. Ooh, Fusion is suggesting a name based on the GB moniker, which, what is she saying? Gamethropicus Bonkthripicus. That's great, I love that. Oh wow, I got an extra crystal heart and it didn't do anything because I'm already at max. There you go. So there's not just one, there's in fact at least 3 in the game. And they weren't even that hard to find. Manual writing person. Gamethropicus Bonkthripicus. I love that, that's so good. Very good suggestion. Which also incorporates the North American localized name. Bonus points for that. And as always, Genjin means caveman. I don't know if I've said that on this stream. Alright. Stage 6. Whiz robes are here. Inside the castle now. Oh! Roller skating Dino. I love that. That's great. Whoa. Who's that? Excuse me? What? I don't know why I couldn't juggle that one. Whoa, more new enemies in the final stage, I assume. Oh, I like that this bird character has the sort of angled sunglasses that were so prominent in the Genjin games. Don't know if they've done one of those already, I didn't check the dates. I think this is, yeah, just do lots of flips. We'll try to land on our feet this time. And with turbo mode, I can rack up the flips, no worries. We're out of boss names as well from the manual. Oh, really? Rewind? Oh, I rewound way too far. No, that was fast forward. I hit fast forward instead of rewind. Never mind. It's fine. I'll get by on what I've got. Why are we going so slow? Oh, we're underwater. We've got some nautical mines there, like in the second game, but they don't split off into separate things because probably of sprite limitations. No shrapnel. Well, a little bit of shrapnel. Not a huge amount. We do have the upwards jumping attack underwater, unlike in the third game. Got that right. Red knows what they're doing. We'll have to go back to that Japanese Wikipedia page when I get to the second Game Boy game, see what those new forms are called. Because yes, there's new forms in the next game as well. Cool stuff. Right. Where's Robe? One up, one up. Oh. Okay. Use the invincibility. Oh. That's a solid barrier. Do you think a barrier will work? In this case, yes. How do I get in there? Never mind. It's fine. Oh, love that. That didn't even fill me up all the way. I figured they were full refills, but no. Juggle, juggle. Rockhead, Rockhead. Oh. No more Rockhead. Never mind. I should know by now. There's no such thing as power-up flowers anymore. Only trap flowers. Alright. Pretty short stages, really, but that's fine. It's a Game Boy game. That's what it's all about. What the? Oh. Okay. That wasn't a boss lift. It was just a progress lift. Yeah, whatever. Wanted to go for that power up, but never mind. I'll get this one. Oh, lovely. I like how I can just skip fighting these statues. That works for me very well. Oops. Oh, it wasn't a trap. What do you know? Free health? What? Oh, boss refights? Yeah, okay. Do them in a row. That was a mistake. Yeah, this is a viable method, I think. Oh, maybe not the whole way through. I knew that would be foolish. No. So we're rapidly approaching the end now. 4 boss refights. And one of the screenshots actually spoils... Oh, my big heart's gone and only a little heart remains. Ah, but there's more. And a web. Lovely. Yeah, the screenshots in the manual spoil one of the later bosses. By which I mean... that tractor head thing is coming back. The manual spoils it. Terrible. Okay, Sheldon. Or Egbert. Both good punny names. Yep. Oh. Oh. Wow. I'm somehow pulling off good gameplay in this boss fight. Who would have expected it? Wow, look at that. Very clean. I like that the bosses aren't complete BS in this game. it actually makes them fun to fight. Oh yeah, remember in, was it 2 or 3 with Captain Cook? The dinosaur sea captain character boss. In Japanese, he's called Captain Hook because he has a hook hand. Oh. Yeah, it's lower down now. I think that's it. Yeah, so then it hits me. Oh, but now it's higher up. Okay. Fusion says, in Japan, the only copyright law that matters is Japanese copyright law. Yeah, they're a bit more free about doing parodies in that sort of way. Not as litigious about pastiche, etc. Which is a good way to be, I think. Whoops. I was drinking and did not pay attention. Ah! Spin lazy. Okay, that's a really good point. I shouldn't generalize like that, I guess. I just know that old media has a lot of this kind of parody in it. But yeah, Fusion pointing out the troubles that Team 4-Star and other parody makers have had with Toei and the like. I think Toei is particularly protective of Dragon Ball. Like, people posting clips on Twitter for whatever purpose get, like, struck and have to take it down. At least there was a period where that was very heavily the case. Oh hey, Orson Zed's here in chat. Hi, how's it going? They say they love Bonk too. That's awesome. Yeah, myself, I only grew up with the first one on the Super Nintendo. But for the first time, I'm going through and experiencing the rest of the series, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, this is a retread of this same boss from the first game. We've got that lady controlling the tractor head boss. It's got a 3 written on the side for King... Oh, what's his name? Tamagodon III? I think is King Drool III's name in Japanese. So, yeah. Watson says, did Toei forget that Dragon Ball Z Abridged is the entire reason that they made Dragon Ball Super? That might be giving them too much credit, but I get your point. Like, those sorts of fan works are definitely responsible for keeping fans engaged with the property. Like, it's not a bad thing for the property to have that sort of stuff going around and popular. It certainly made me more of a fan of Dragon Ball Z. And yeah, as Gibbon also points out, it's very hypocritical because of how much Dragon Ball itself homages and parodies other things. Lest we forget, Kame Sennin literally has a pet Gamera. Like, he rides on Gamera. It's called Gamera in the show, in the manga. I don't think it hung around for very long, but it's there. This is going badly. See, because this is a boss from the first game, it's got the sensibilities of a boss from the first game, where it just takes a while and damages you a lot. Alright, so there's Princess Zar. She had transformed, and now she's back to normal. Princess Doragon is her name in Japanese. Princess Dragon from Moonland. And there was some text after all, but it's not that important, I think. So we're going to go through this, and then we're going to fight King Drool, and I might have to use a lot of save states, we'll see. Nice unique art for that cutscene there. And here's Moonland. And those tiny sprites, very cute as Drool hits the hits the little ship thing or whatever it is, and he looks very cute in this game. Nice big mouth. I like that sprite a lot. Okay, are you gonna attack me or what, dude? Yep. Okay. So we can get a couple of juggles in. Gibbon excited to see Princess Tsar again. Yes. She sat out the third game, I think? I don't remember. Yeah, it was only last week. I don't have to remember things. Watson says, it's nice that she isn't named literally Lizard, looking at Charmeleon. Lizardo. And then Charizard is called Lizardon in Japanese, again with the don suffix, as we see with King Tamagodon here. That's a dinosauric kind of reference. Dinosauric is a word. I didn't make it up. Okay, I did. Hello? He likes to keep you guessing, this guy. Oh, I was being a bit careful of the crown there, trying to hit the nose only. I think this game's a little more generous with the hitbox. Helps that Drool's sprite itself is not too gigantic. Yeah, I thought that would hurt me. Saurian reference. Yeah, Saurian is probably the word I was looking for there. Thank you. Although, that can be used for just like lizards, alright? Because the saw part literally just means lizard. I think. I think it's Greek, and dino is like terrible and saw is lizard, so dinosaurs are terrible lizards. Terrible meaning large or immense. We use it in the pejorative sense. No, wait, it's the opposite of that. Terrible meaning like, ooh, awe-inspiring, powerful. Maybe I need to hold still. Yeah, I guess so. He doesn't attack unless he sees your weakness. Wilson's telling me that if I make up a word, it becomes a word because I'm a native English speaker. Didn't know that's how it worked. Good. Sounds good. I'm not in the habit of inventing language though, really. There's enough silly words, especially in my native dialect. Like Chazwazza. That's our word for our currency. Not really. I can't remember what. Was it Aussie Ben that coined Chazwazza? I don't know what I was in reference to. Something from the old DK Vinyl Rubber Chicken days or something, I don't know. I think it was on the Rubber Chicken podcast. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Drool's up to his old tricks again, having a billion health and a wonky hitbox. Although it's a bit better in this game, to be fair. Come on. Yeah. Oops. Huh. Okay. I'll take that. Come on. I'm standing still. There we go. 2 lives left. All good. No extra phases. The end. Oboyateru ya! I'll teach you. She now has a crown. It's a much more basic, traditional crown than what she had in the original game. Kore de hewa ga modorimasu. Don't know what that means. But either way, the goodies won and the baddies lost. Moonland is saved. Bonk goes nuts from a kiss from the dinosaur queen. Game design. Kaneko Ryoma. Programmer Takeshige Hideki Itami Yoshihiro Tsurumoku. I'm not going to read them all. Try and find this Japanese website. No, not Genshin Impact. No, that's definitely not what I'm looking for. That's where Zonk gets what from, Orson. I have played the Zonk games a long time ago. That's another part of the series that I have been into thanks to this stream. And they will be in the playlist alongside the others. Alright, I think I found the names. I'm just gonna have to do the translation. His general zonkiness. I don't think he was very zonky in this game. Oshimai. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so there was actually a karaoke sequence at the end of game 2 that was cut out of the localization, and this is sort of replaying those beats here. Fusion linked me to a playthrough of the original game to show that they'd redrawn the big giant Bonk sprites during the ending sequence as well. Yeah, so this is nice to see. We wouldn't have seen this if we played the localized version, I think, probably. But we also wouldn't have had this lovely border. Hope you enjoyed that. So that's the first game in the series on Game Boy. GB Genjin. 1992. Oh. Drool even seems happy. That's extremely cute. And it has that later character design style, unlike the in-game sprite. Alright, lovely stuff. So, I am going to switch over to a different version of the game so we get the localization, because it still has the Super Game Boy border. But we're going to stay in MGBA. This should work. Looks good. Yeah, so this is the border that they drew in. It's older than the other border. It's a bit less vibrant in its color use, but very cool anyway. And this is the second use of the BC Kid name. Second or third at this point, I guess. Yeah, third. But yeah, this will be the European PAL release of the second Game Boy game, GB Genjin 2, also known as Bonk's Revenge. 1994. We've got the red credit there. So red's back in again, which is good to see. This is the one that has the password. Maybe you're supposed to just play the original game in one go. But you would have also got a little hint of the plot there. Bonk is on the moon! The Earth has been split in two. It's the opposite of what usually happens, where the moon is in two. Okay, we got some new transformations, new moves, new mechanics. There's a lot of cool stuff in this one, so let's jump in. Oh. We've got the later character design here. Got a nice little running sound effect. A brand new enemy, first thing straight off. Oh, it feels good to play. I think they've tightened up the controls here compared to... There's a duck. There's a crawl. That's really weird. There's a wall. There's a ceiling climb move, which I read about in the manual. So yeah, all sorts of crazy stuff. They've made the pickups a lot bigger here. So you can tell they've put a lot of work into differentiating this from the first one. Well, I think that flower is the same sprite. Okay, the meat mechanic. This is interesting. I'm cycling through a bunch of different forms. The manual calls this the meat roulette. Okay, it's landed me on what the North American manual calls Master Bonk. Nice pause screen. Let me go and translate these. Bonus stage. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, so we've got 3 different forms here. Let me try and translate these. This might take a little while, sorry. Should have done this earlier, but I didn't know it was an option. Bonk. Yeah, Fusion is watching this going, yep, this is it. It's smoother. I don't know how to read this, but it's the kanji for, like, food. So one of them is called Hungry Bonk in English. It uses the food kanji. There's one called... What is this? Pluralizing suffix, friend, duchy, friend. I don't know if you could call any of them friend. I don't know. Maybe the superhero one is the friend. Yeah, because it talks about jumping and speed being up. Yeah, so Master Bonk. It's like a superhero form. They probably chose some of these for the reading, if they're going for that pun thing. And the other one is Tor Mesumu. Stealing, theft. So that's robber bonk, stealth bonk in North American localization. Alright, so they're pretty literal. Not all of them, whatever. Anyway, what I am now is Master Bonk, who has those, like, ear things that, it's kind of a Japanese tokusatsu thing, I guess. We've got the screen shaking Grand Bonk, or Ground Bonk as it's called in this localization. Stealth Bonk can get through locked doors. So I run faster, I jump higher, and I do the screen shaking attack. So it's a pretty all-round good upgrade there, but less situationally useful like Stealth Bonk and the other one. Don't really know what the other one does yet. Well, I know what the manual says. Yeah, and instead of having stacked power-up levels that have invincibility when you get to them, there's separate invincibility power-ups, like that H you saw. Well, the H is it. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff. Lots of new stuff. There's a new health mechanic. You don't just grab a crystal heart to get more health. You need to find 4 crystal hearts, and together they form a new heart container. What else? Yeah, those are the main ones, I guess. We'll bring up the bonus stage stuff when it becomes relevant. Oh, okay, accidental meat roulette. We'll just have to pick one, I guess. Okay, this is Hungry Bonk. Very scary looking. I've become a horror movie monster. So instead of a direct, like, headbutt bash, it's a bite attack, supposedly. Does more damage to enemies. Crab? Is Crab in this game? Forget Hungry Bonk. What the? That's not a crab. What's going on? This kind of reminds me of, like, Wario Land, where you get different forms situationally. No. I actually want to... Yeah, here we go. Robber Bonk, Thief Bonk. We are able to pick locks. I found the secret butcher. But I actually want to stay as Robber Bonk to open the other one, if I could, please. There we go. Got 3 chances to pick your preferred transformation in the butcher. What a cute little animation. Ah, yes, we found the motherload of smilers. The bank. We broke into the bank. Oh man, I never thought the BC Kid would be doing crimes in the next installment of the series. That's what we're doing. They should put BC Kid in Payday. Yeah, they should do that. Yeah, so we've got the rebounding from walls jump thing, which has different names in every installment. In this version, it's called the Bonk jump. Oh, it's split into little octos. That's cute. Okay, I had turbo on there to try and glide over the pit, but what was actually happening was I was gripping the ceiling in this sort of way. Alright, I'll see what these are as well. But this might become tedious if we start picking every lock and just getting a few bonuses. You're not supposed to be able to save state to guarantee this, but I'm just curious what's in them. Sure do get a lot of smilers in this. Do they have the mechanic where you get one-ups? Oh, those were each worth multiple. Oh, Gibbon said before, which I missed, she said, they've gone kind of out there for this one. Seems kind of like Super Mario Land 2 to the first game, Super Mario Land 1. Getting a lot more experimental with it. And I think that's a really good way to put it. Because, like, Super Mario Land 1 was really cool and interesting, but a lot of its mechanics were like riffing on Super Mario Brothers. And oh my gosh, what? So that's the bite attack. But yeah, like you say, with Super Mario Land 2, they went a bit more out there, more unique, which is good. And I think that's kind of what they're doing here too. So yeah, I agree with the comparison. Oh, well, there's too many mates in this game. Let's be this guy for a while. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Oop. But yeah, they're also not feeling constrained to stick to stuff about the aesthetics and the, you know, environments and set pieces of the original game. With this one, it seems. I wonder... Oh, what is this? Yeah, I wonder about the doors and, that we can break into and whether they're always going to be those two things or if there's going to be more different things. The ceiling climb is so bizarre and interesting. I never expect it. But it actually does help you get around, especially on these smaller Game Boy... What? In the smaller Game Boy screens. Just makes the platforming a little bit more forgiving. So I guess that was like a teleport pad? Oh, instead of the boss lifts. Okay. What is this? An ankylosaur? Oh, there's like a mechanical armor on its back? What is this? Oh no! I died. I'm back. What? Where's your hitbox, friend? Yeah, that front bit in front of the horns, I guess. There we go. Cool. I like this border riffing on the different chicken types that were in the second game on PC Engine, and how they're kind of clinging onto the frame and looking in. That's nice. Oh, a train stage. Just like the bonuses in part 3. Or 2? Because I played them back to back, I just don't remember the unique things about each one, I'm sorry. Ugh. Feels bad to forget all the details immediately. I think that was a Crystal Heart piece. Yeah. It's actually in the UI. I've got one in my stock of Crystal Hearts down there. So we'll want that to get up to 4 to get an extra heart. Oh, that's so cute, those little dingus cars. Oh! A different kind of trap! That's cool, I like that a lot actually. But I don't want to die, so I'm loading my state. Gibbon was saying about that last boss, it seems like a bull in faux samurai gear. Yeah, that's good. To point that out. Or something, on closer inspection, yeah, it's a dino of some sort, she says. Alright, Orson's heading out. Oh, they have these traps as well? Both types? Okay. I want to try and get my health back. Because this game's not quite as generous with the 1-ups so far. Oh! Yeah, you can mash your way out of things like that. Yeah, so see you later, Orson. Oh sweet, train levels, they said. All good GB games have train levels. Wow, I can't think of another Game Boy game with a train level, to be honest. Oh yeah! That's kind of a new mechanic too, dropping down through platforms. The manual makes sure to point that out. Hey, we got it. Wario Land 2 has a train level. I haven't played that one. I broke into the wrong door and I ended up in jail. My fine is half of my current smiley count. I'm not taking that. So what's in the other door? Yeah, so that's part of the bonus mechanics in this game, Gibbon. She was looking at the wiki, which says something about... Hold on. Yeah, so I got to 100 smileys and it gave me a 1-up. So that mechanic is here. Yeah, so she said, the wiki says something about a depowered state when you lose your health. Have you actually let yourself die to see what happens? Yeah, I did during the boss fight take a death. But there is a depowered state that you enter if you lose a bonus stage. So this is a bonus over here. Maybe we will see that happen. I don't know what type of bonus it has to be. Okay, here we go. So this is Mecha Bonk, a new character. Oh, I couldn't pause. Yeah, so Mecha Bonk, obvious RoboCop ripoff. There's good art of him in the manual. We've got those sort of standing on each other and bonking mechanics that the third game had for its co-op mode, but here turned to a competitive edge, or a PvE, I guess, but player type character. I can't get a hit on this guy, so I'll show you what happens. You lose 2 rounds, and then you're put into a new state, which Wario Land style is this kind of transformation state. This is Wounded Bonk, according to the manual, in the North American manual. In this state, you take a double damage from all sources. I don't know how to get out of it, maybe by dying. I was hoping there would be a meat in there that might also serve to transform me out of that state. But yeah, that's how you get into the depowered state. I don't know what the wiki calls, what the Japanese version of that is called. But in North America, it's Wounded Bonk with the bandages. Oops. I also don't know what happens if you win the bonus round against Mecha Bonk, but we'll have time to maybe figure that out later, hopefully. Alright, let's get on with it. We finished the train stage. That was cool, I like that. Some fun new set pieces in this one. Can still climb waterfalls, and it's much faster. Turbo! Wow, it's not just climbing the wall. If you have turbo mode, you can infinitely fly horizontally. That's good to know. Amazing. Fusion is commanding me to play Wario Land 2. One of the games I had on my childhood Game Boy Color was Wario Land 3, which I enjoyed a great deal. So I probably would like to, because I think it's also that same kind of style of game. I want to get all the pickups I can to give myself a good chance at later stages and bosses, so I'm gonna scum into thief mode. There we go. Let's see what I can get in here. Yeah, one day I'll play all the Wario games. Later. It'll be later. Oh, just a jail and a butcher? That's not very exciting. We'll use this chance to get a new form. Hungry Bonk. Let's do it. So scary. So strange. But yeah, it's really interesting having these different forms rather than having like a strict power-up progression thing that the other games have, especially because those didn't last very long. Sometimes they were timed and they weren't that different or exciting. Having really different power sets and like very different looks as well is fun. I think having different looks is something that Super did better. And then when you were a different size, you also had different powers in those forms. So they use those to give it a bit more variety, which was good. But I do like this approach. Don't know if it's gonna have legs all through the game, but they're certainly throwing lots of meat at us. Very strange. It just seems like it's a more powerful attack, which is fine. Oh! No, I've lost it now. What was that? Maybe a health. Oh! Nuts. Oh, this plays so smoothly. I'm really enjoying this. They've really, improved the engine a lot. And with these new powers and stuff. It's very cool. Oh! We're in 0G, we're in space or whatever. This is another thing that Super BC Kid did. You know what? I'm gonna check what year, because like a lot of the games came out very close together. In a space of about 5 years, you've got basically the entire series coming out at once. So I just want to check when I'm making comparisons to Super, like which one is happening first, you know. And from what I can tell, they were both made by Red. Okay, so this came out in the same year as Super Bonk, Super BC Kid. So yeah, it could be a cross-pollination of ideas or simultaneous stuff. Could have been different teams working on it. I don't know. But yeah, 1994 has this. It has Super BC Kid. It also has the arcade game, which we're going to play in an upcoming stream. Yeah. But then after 1994, there's nothing for about 9 years. So Bonk like burned really bright and then burned out and kind of went away for a long time. Now let's try... Yeah, okay, we'll be Scary Dude again. Scary mode. The transformations also have unique animations for this sort of 0G swimming, which is cool. Do I regain health by eating enemies? I wonder. Don't eat the flashy star, that's probably bad for you. Wait, how do I proceed here? Oh. These ones are destructible. What is that? I did regain health. That's cool. Alright. This does have more utility than I thought. It's not just a more powerful attack. It's a way to recover some health on the fly. Which is more useful because there's fewer health pickups in this game. Yes! Another crystal heart. I'm on my way. Ugh! Rude. Boss time. Hope I get to take revenge on Mecha Bonk later. Whoa! Ah! Yeah, the heads are just like that. Those one enemy type that can eat you. So this one can eat you too. Alright, damage race time. Tank it, tank it, tank it. Smash, smash, smash. Easy. Funny. Let me double check that manual, see if it's got boss names or anything. You float through space in round 2. Boss, his weakness is his body. Be careful. If you approach him recklessly, you'll be swallowed by his 3 heads. So it has tips, but not names. It also has tips for round 3, but then it peters off. It says more rounds to come after that, without going into them specifically. So there'll be more levels after this, but this is the last one. Oh yeah, the last page of the manual for the North American release says thus: "Hey, your Neanderthal with an attitude is looking pale. Put some color back into the guy with Super Game Boy. Plug your Bonk's revenge into the Super Game Boy to rampage through the Stone Ages with a little flair and color." And then there's some colorful screenshots. It's not a huge amount of color, but it helps. It's nice. So we had the 0G, now we're in the low G labyrinth from Donkey Kong Country 3, where our jumps are slower and higher. Let's try and get it to master mode and see how that goes with this. No, I don't want to eat right now. Or steal. Yeah. Even higher. Oh, and we're still really fast. That's cool. Good power up for this level, I think. Bonk. Oh. Alright. Time for our grudge match with Mecha Bonk. Who is Mecha Bonk? What is the origin of Mecha Bonk? Is he player 2 from the 3rd game? Come back for revenge after cybernetization, cybernorganization, cyborgification, cyber form creation. You gotta do a direct head-on attack to knock him back. This is tough. That works. No, because then he stands like this. Not quite. Why is his DI so much better than mine? I don't like that. Which, I mean, he seems to have much better air control than me. There we go. Maybe there's a mechanic to it. Ooh. It's gonna push us along. Yeah, okay. Oh! As if. I used turbo a little bit. Alright, so we get a 1-up for winning. We get a 1-up for winning. Did I get a crystal heart too? I'm not sure. Cool. Well, at least I didn't get wounded. That's for sure. Wow, this looks cool. Whoa, let's go in there. Oh, cool. I like this moon base kind of thing. But I do not want extra meat right now. Unless... Oh, it was a trap. was hoping for crystal hearts. I don't know where they're going to pop up, but I'll bypass the meat. I can't get over there being a crawl in this game. It's very strange. I'm not used to it. The one-ups are so big. Oh! What? I got too far over on the screen and it just pushed me into the next level. I was trying to get up to that one-up. Never mind. Alright. I want to see what these other doors are like. I managed to get it. That's nice. I'm just curious how many other types of rooms we can get into. Seems like it's mostly just bank, butcher, and jail. Just chosen willy-nilly. That's fine, I guess. It's just a really cute little character design here for Criminal Bonk. He's got that like stripy prison uniform on and a ball and chain around his ankle. But of course he cannot do the grand bonk or the ground bonk. You can't do a head bonk. I showed it a little bit just there. He just gets his head stuck in the ground instead of yeah. I'm gonna shamelessly use turbo here. Helps me get back from the edge. Yeah, so I can't do a plunging attack as Criminal Bonk. Which is a bit of a handicap, really. What does that mean? I lose! A draw means I lose. Hardly seems fair. Ugh! I do not accept that. What I'm really curious about is if I always get a crystal heart from these, or if I picked it up somewhere else. So I want to win this one. I absolutely want to win this one. Haha! He's so stupid. Get the one up. I did get a crystal heart, which took me over the limit, and now I got an extra health. Very cool. What the heck are you? Go away, I don't like you. Okay. So yeah, Criminal Bonk, not as good now that since I have save states. Great for earning extra lives in the banks, unless you happen to end up in jail. But it only halves your current smiley count, so it's not too bad. Fusion says that is a B from Invader Zim. It's yeah. I'll have to agree with you on that one. It does look a lot like Jonan Vasquez style. Man, Turbo is incredibly powerful in this game. Even more than the Amiga version, where it was already pretty powerful. Just infinite horizontal movement in the air. Definitely unintended. The Game Boy... Like, you could get third-party SNES controllers with Turbo. You couldn't get a third-party Game Boy. That doesn't exist. The only way to Turbo is on an emulator. Oh wait, no, the Super Game Boy. You plug this into your Super Game Boy as intended, and then you use the third-party SNES controller. So yeah, you could absolutely get Turbo on this. Natively on a real hardware. Just a different form of hardware. And then you can do this all day long. It's great. It reminds me of when I discovered a way to preserve ongoing horizontal momentum in Rayman Jungle Run, the excellent sort of auto-running level-based platformer on mobile that was based on Rayman Origins. Excellent, excellent game. I don't think you can get it anymore. I think it's out of the shop and it doesn't run on modern hardware. Very sad, because it's really good. In fact, I would even call it an essential part of the sort of Origins milieu of games. Yeah, it's just so sad. I don't like thinking about it because it's gone and I can't play it anymore. I'm very disappointed about that. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, there was a way to like hold down the hover button and then attack in midair, and you would end up continuing along in midair on a stable horizontal trajectory if you timed it right. And you could use that to cheese some things if you were stuck in a situation where you would otherwise have oh my gosh, where you would otherwise have to restart your run of that level. Oh, the slow gravity is making this fight really difficult. Oh, yeah, we'll just do our best to avoid this one. The crouching animation is so cute. This game's great. That death animation is very similar to the SNES game. Well, the first SNES game. We're gonna play the second SNES game. That might actually be next stream. Haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about what I'm doing next. There's spin-offs, there's the arcade game, there's Super 2. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want to round out all the platformers first and then do the spin-offs. So I might do Super 2 next. Then we can do the arcade game, and then I can do the spin-offs. Maybe that's how I'll do it. The arcade game is still a platformer, it just has a different structure. And like a sort of co-op / competitive focus. Sort of following on from number 3 in that way. Must be close now. No! Yeah, one hit off. Took me a while to get that hit though. Okay. That was only round 3, still a bit to go. Aha! The tube mechanic from 3 and Super. Yep, I'm low on health. Hungry Bonk sounds good to me. What the heck are you? Is that Gumby? Well, no more Hungry Bonk, I guess. I guess there's a current coming out of that one. What is that? Very strange. Some weird enemy design in this game. There's not much of a plot given in the manual, but it seems like aliens are involved. If you ask me. I can tell you what the manual says. There's a story section in the North American manual here. Story. One day, soon after arriving on the moon, Bonk hears an incredible explosion. Oh no, the Earth has split into 2. The sinister King Drool has struck again. This is bad, real bad. Bonk must return to the Earth immediately. That's it, that's all you get. Considering if this all takes place on the moon, that might explain why there's aliens everywhere. And the 0G and low G thing. So yeah, it's kind of there. I wanna start breaking in some doors, get some pickups. It's really hard to land on the one you want. Which is why they call it a roulette. Gambling in children's games. A cheeky smile. What's the point, even? Fine, I'll be hungry. I mashed and got to hungry. This is a very good point, Gibbon, she says. Like Wonder Boy and Adventure Island, the caveman eventually starts fighting aliens. I guess it's inevitable. It's definitely a trend. Gotta look for somebody to eat. Eat that! What? Ugh, fine. Whoa, I like this guy. They're using the bonk against me. My enemies have turned my technology around back on me. That's great. It was only a matter of time. They realized how powerful it is. This is like the space pirates using Samus's beam weapons against her in Metroid Prime. Let's see. Yeah, let's try and do this. Oh! No! Haha, amazing. Fighting an evil version of yourself is a very classic trope as well. That seems like a pretty reliable way to get this guy to fall out, is just go over there and then he SDs. Okay. The 1-up and the Crystal Heart are good rewards for bonus stages. Reliable. Is that the only type of bonus stage in this game though? I feel like it might be. Ooh. These always lead to a boss, right? Nice, like, mechanized fortress stage. That was cool. Alright, who's next? Whoa, what the? It's another armored character with sort of samurai style. Wait, this is Darth Vader! It's like a little bit samurai, but it's also just Darth Vader. The helmet shape, the laser sword, the cape. It's all black. The mask. It's 100% Dino Vader. That's very funny. And he's done. I was really not expecting something like that, but there you go. Talking about copyright before. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, crab. I'm sad they got rid of the crab transformation. It just kind of flattened my head instead. Alright, let's try and get the superhero. Yeah. Since we're at full health. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Skip the platforming. Whoa! Hello, bird. Oh! I think what you're supposed to do here is start climbing on the ceiling. Which I can't get over how cool that is. Alright, roulette time. Hey! Scary Bonk. I'm curious how many of these show up in Super 2. This makes me all the more want to play Super 2 next. But maybe I'll look up... I don't know. Maybe I'll look up release dates and try and figure out a chronology, because you could make a case for playing arcade before Super 2, maybe. I'll decide sometime before next Wednesday. Okay. We're not getting another boss so quickly, are we? No, now we're using transporters to transition between stage phases. Ow. I tried to attack, it was too quick. Wait, is that a bullet bill? It's got a face. There's only so many ways you can render a bullet with face, I suppose. I kind of thought they were just dents, but I think it is a face. It's supposed to be anyway. I like this music track. Very high energy. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned it yet, but there's the box arts on the edges of the frame here in stream. On the left is the Japanese box art, which shows our Genjin friend holding up a Game Boy, and then a miniature Genjin popping out of the Game Boy screen for recursive Genjin action. Pretty cool stuff. As far as I could tell, all three regions, all three sort of regional variant releases, use the same art for the second game, which I'm playing now. And that's the one on the right-sided screen. It shows our BC Kid friend popping out of a sort of montage of screenshots of the game and like tearing through it, which is pretty cool. But notably, it kind of marks the point where they've started consistently using that character design on the covers of all the regional versions. Because the first game reuses the Bonk's Adventure name in North America, but also reuses the Bonk's Adventure cover art from the TurboGrafx 16 release. Oh my gosh, Gibbon. Are you seeing this? More copyright infringement here, allegedly. Although this one has eyes, but this is the Xenomorph from Alien. It literally is. We're really getting into parody territory in the space levels. I wonder if the next fight will be against Mr. Spock. It's shameless, isn't it? I love it. Very funny. Just a silly parody. Hopefully Disney doesn't come for this stream. Take me down because of this material. Ooh, Gibbon's got a release order list here. PC Genjin, PC Genjin 2, then PC Denjin, or Zonk, then GB Genjin, then PC Genjin 3, then GB Genjin Land, which is the party game, which we're not going to get to for a bit. It came third in the menu, but it is actually released second in between the two platformers, yes. And then Super Genjin, which we've covered separately, and then GB Genjin 2, and then the order is Arcade, Super 2, and then CD Denjin, second Zonk shmup game. So yeah, if I was going strictly chronologically, we would do Arcade and then Super 2, but yeah, I'll just have to decide which one I feel like should go first. Because I've already gone out of order on these streams, obviously. Fusion says that boss is actually third form Frieza. Good call, yeah. It's definitely not Ridley Scott's Alien. It's another copyright skirting character design. Maybe we'll get a third form cooler boss character next, aka Predator. Third form Frieza was so bizarre. Didn't stay around for very long, did it now? Whoa. Okay, we're falling through space back down to land. Oh, that's cute. That's such a cool little concept for the start of a level. Done with some unique graphics in there. Oh yeah, no, sorry, I misspoke. I meant that Ridley Scott was the director of the film, but it's not his Alien, as much as he acts like it is, says Gibbon. Yes, that's well said. Suppose I should credit HR Giga for the design. But you see that all the time in Japanese games. What's the shmup series that is like nothing but Giga pastiche 100% of the time? Is that R-Type? Or is that the Fish one? No, Fish is Darius. Yeah, I think it is R-Type. Yeah. Take that. Yeah, biomechanical. Oh, and of course, you know, I mentioned it before, but we have RoboCop here as well. So the movie parodies are like very strong in this game. The 70s and 80s sci-fi cinema has a broad impact on popular culture globally. American cinema, I should say. Oh, no, no! My hungry form. I haven't had much of a chance to eat things with that form, to be honest. I end up losing it before really getting much use out of that. Oh, can I... Yeah... No, I fell through. Just really exploiting the turbo function here. No! Her jaws are more powerful than my head, apparently. And here we are. Back on Earth, I suppose. What is the face on the mountain? What is that? Alright. Let's try our luck. Okay, that's fine. I like this form a lot. It's very strange. Kind of spooky. Ugh, really? I'm not taking that. Let me consume your flesh, thank you. Yeah. What the? We got rocket plants now? Fusion says, because only Japanese trademarks are worth respecting. Oh, there's plenty of times when games will rip off Japanese stuff, like you know, what's it called? What's that thing? It's the Kamen Rider and Godzilla. You see parodies of those all the time. Too many meats. Alright. Wow, it's so fast, this form. It's so good at jumping. It's so fast that it kind of slows the game down. But I think this stage is just quite laggy anyway. Wait, was that a robot inside that octopus suit? Or something? I don't know. I hope I can get another crystal heart before the end. I'll try and look out for another bonus stage. I haven't really used Wounded Form much, but it's really just a handicap. Oh, here we go. I feel like I'm nearing the end, so it'd be good to grab that extra health. Not that it matters too much, because like you always end up dying a lot, and then you always come back with 3 hearts after a death anyway, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. But having 3 out of 4 at the end of the game would make me feel bad. Come on, dude. You know a draw means you win. It's not fair, but that's how it is. Yeah, you can just, like, come back so easily. That works. Gibbon says she's almost positive that the Hungry Form's look is a reference to something, but can't quite place it. Tip of my brain, she says. Yeah, I know what you mean. It might be a reference to something. But if it is, I don't know what it is. But like this form it's got to be a reference to something, right? Those like ear horn things for like robot superheroes, that's definitely a thing that came from some anime and then got reused elsewhere. What is it? I'm not sure. Some robot / superhero thing. Oh, we're in the boss fights. But you just walk into them. There's no, like, teleporters or anything. Well, there was a teleporter, but yeah. Whatever. Venom! You know what? Maybe. That's, yeah, an interesting point, Fusion. It does look similar to Venom. No! Difficult to avoid damage on this one. Does that one have a Darth Vader helmet too? We called it a samurai kind of helmet earlier, and they have a similar design. But is it the fact that... Is it the case that all the bosses have something similar? No, they don't. Not all of them. At least one of them was an alien, after all. By which I mean a Giga alien. Not you. Okay. Okay, where'd this go again? Venom, Venom. Gonna get him. Doesn't even give you that much health. But every little bit helps. Wait, what was that? Was that the tractor guy that just died off screen? And this... What is this? Getting all these weird enemy designs. Sort of one-offs. Yeah, it's the tractor head as a normal enemy. I killed it with a grand bonk, but I guess it's a bit tougher. That's cool. They're reusing that asset from the previous game in this case. Oh, okay, can't hit it while it's flashing, and it flashes a lot. Damn. One hit. That sure makes a change. Okay. Here we are. 7 lives, 5 hearts. Coming up against the 3-headed dragon, I suppose. No! Because we're floating, we gotta use that sort of jumping attack from below. It's the best way to get a bit of distance with your attack. Because the normal head bonk is... the range is not great. Oh, that's King Ghidorah, by the way, so there's your Godzilla reference. Ghidorah, the Destroyer. Yeah, Given is making that exact point in chat, as I'm saying it. 3-headed space dragon. Yeah, that's true. The heads had 1, 2, and 3 horns on them. That was a nice touch. Hello, Midna. My cat was having a nice snooze over there. She's so cute. Climbing on the ceiling is such a game changer. Alright, skipping that bonus. Don't need it. Random chance. Never mind. I'm a little disappointed in the thief. There's a lot of potential in the different kinds of doors you could get through and different power-ups you could get in there and stuff. The fact that it seems like there's only 3 options is, yeah, like I said, a little disappointing. Because of the drawbacks of the thief form, you can't grand bonk, it doesn't have any other powers, it only gets indoors. And 1 out of the 3 doors is a penalty door. And then another one just has meat to change you into other forms. So yeah, it's not the best. Bit of a dud, that one. But I like the attempt. The effort was there. Just happened to keep picking this one, that's okay. Slam! Multiple grand bonks? No way! Alright. Wait a second. I remember reading in one of the manuals, like, Gurando Bonk, I think. In which case the Bonk name was used in Japanese before it became the name of the series in North America. Yeah, I would have to do more research on that, but pretty sure the Grand Bonk was used in Japanese. Ugh. That's a hit over there. You're not completely safe. Oh, yes! Caught in a pattern! It's done. Very cool. I like that you have little level segments in between the boss refights. Just having a bunch of bosses in a row isn't that interesting. So yes, I prefer how Mega Man X1 did it. And I think Mega Man 1 as well. No! Didn't even save state. I'm gonna have to take this wounded. Unless I could pull it out. No! You jerk. No, really? Looks like I'm in traction. No! Okay, it does look pretty funny. Oh. Oh, does this... Yeah, that reverts you. Okay, so that's one way to get rid of it. Oh no! I'm still wounded! Interesting. So it really lasts until you die. You can't get rid of it. That is a penalty. Ugh, whatever. Trying to get in a one-tile gap, it's impossible. I'll skip that one. Seems like there really is only one type of bonus stage in this game. Oh, it might go away if you win another minigame, that's a good point. Should we test it? Ah! Oh no, I'm going too high. Nah, never mind. Hey, that helps. Yeah, let's just leave. I'm pretty sure it goes away if you die. It might go away if you win a minigame. Who knows? I will not know for now. Darth Vader's back. Does he have a pig snout? Vader had that kind of like visor thing over his mouth. Well, he did post-armor. Don't forget that Anakin became Darth Vader while he was still, you know, fully human. Not fully, because he'd already lost a hand by that point, but yeah. Sidious, like, christens him Darth Vader and then sends him to Mustafar to kill the separatist leaders that are gathered there. And then you fight a lot of Nemoidian brutes, at least in the video game adaptation. Oh no! Not wounded anymore. I can hit there? Yeah. Oh! Its hitbox just changes completely as soon as it goes into the jumping animation. Gotta hit the round part. No! So that counts. Yeah, you can reliably get 2 hits per cycle this way. And it's safe as long as you play it safe. Done. Okay. So that should be it, right? Now final boss time. Oh! It's Drool, but he's in some kind of mechanized suit. Got an exo robot suit. So it's that old paralyze you when you land kind of thing. What? What's the weak point here? Excuse me? What? Okay, I gotta try something. Hit the bullet back. Huh. Is that what you're supposed to do? Yeah, okay. That's how you damage him. Just gotta do it early. What? Given just suggested that in chat as well, by the way. She's got my back. Ugh. She probably suggested it first with chat delay. What? What's the hitbox on this thing? It's a bit rough, that's what it is. Oops. Can I head bonk it? Like, whoa, too slow. That might be a little safer if I do this. Ugh. I'll keep trying. No, it just destroys it. Okay, so you need to do the grounded bonk. Not the ground bonk, aka the grand bonk. What? Yeah, you need to be closer. And you need to kind of anticipate it because of the trailing hitbox on the head. Damn, this is tough. I only got that because of iframes. It would have hit me otherwise. Oh, it did hit me, and I hit it. That's dumb. Also, this fight is just identical the entire way through. That's not very interesting. And Drool has lots of health, of course. I'll be back. That's the end? Okay. Yeah, I like the more sci-fi trappings of this game in general. It's a nice way to help it stand out. Just getting my final thoughts in real quick. So when he said I'll be back, he meant right now. That's the first time they've ever done that. That's great. Okay, so the head, the back, the crown, I don't know. The crown seems to be the weak point, which is unusual, but not unprecedented, although... When was the other time that happened? Was it the GameCube remake, or was it another one? I don't know. I can't believe how poor my memory is, but never mind. Is that all now? This one actually had multiple phases, which is cool. Yep, he's back with even less mechanization this time. He's been removing parts of his robot suit. Yep, crown is the weak point. See how his spikes kind of extend when he gets hit? Wow, this is kind of fun and easy. I'll be back again. What is it this time? Oh, that is the end. Okay. Cool stuff. Ta-da! I'll be back! So, as we did in part 2, we're reuniting the half of the shattered... Oh no, this is the Earth, yeah. So, the Earth went off into space and we brought it back. Yeah, a lot of planets getting knocked in half in this series. Or planetoids, whatever. It's funny, like they reused the plot point, but they put a spin on it by having it be the Earth this time. Really cute. I really like this one. This is really good. I can see how Fusion, like having this as the first game that she played, and then it being like totally memorable. Like this is up there with Super. This is a really good one. Like some of the games are kind of clunky, but like I do like this one a lot. I like the second game a lot. I like Super a lot, and this is good too. Those are my favorites from what I've done so far. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Well, yeah, I hope you liked revisiting that one through watching Fusion, and I hope everyone else enjoyed it as well. Yeah, Gibbet says she enjoyed watching it too. That's awesome, yeah. I'm very pleased with these Game Boy ones. Good old Red. So yeah, like I said, there's a few more things coming up to look forward to. People of Hudson and Red, and you. We've got Super 2, we've got the arcade game, we've got some spin-offs, and we've got, finally, to wrap it up later, the more modern mobile game, which I have very little idea of what it is, so we'll all find out together. Okay. See you again, undoubtedly. Yeah, that's all the plot you need. He's on the moon, he sees the Earth break in two. That's it. And we close the loop on that. But no Princess Zara, unfortunately. Hope she comes back later. We'll see. Alright. Thanks for joining me. It's been a lot of fun today. We actually wrapped it up in just over 2 hours. Not like the super long streams we've been doing otherwise. I do want to separate the like board game one out into a different stream because it's a spin-off and I do not have the patience for it today, frankly. Yeah. But I was thinking I would combine that in a stream with the Bomberman appearances and stuff. Yeah, Given says, these games seem fun. Shame they didn't continue. Okay, like I said, after 1994 it kind of dries up for a while. And then after that there's only 2 more entries really. And yeah, like she says, there's so many cancelled entries. We talked about cancelled entries before. I think I might have, or we all might have like misspoke about them because there's definitely some instances where there were like mock-ups of what a potential game could be, maybe even as a joke kind of thing. But there were definitely several other games that were in development that were cancelled. But there's also, yeah, some stuff that is like just for fun in Hudson newsletters or something. Yeah. Got entries on Virtual Boy, N64, 3DS, Wii, an RPG one, Drop Block puzzle game, Aladdin style one, Sengoku Tactics style one. All these ones that Gibbon is listing out that never came to be, sadly. But there's still a few more to go through. There are a fair number of games that were made, which is nice. And there's a few more to experience on the way. So until then, when we cover those, yeah, have a good one. And I'll see you next time with something else, which I have not decided which one it will be yet, but it will be more BC Kid. It will be more Bonk. We're not done. So yeah, until then, stay safe and goodbye.